Welcome to Assist Amplified, the podcast from the Assist Network, hosted by co-founder Ann Stonehouse and Goodwill Ambassador Sharon Sinclair-Williams. Our mission is to amplify the voices of women across the Tees Valley while educating, inspiring and entertaining you along the way. Each episode brings you real conversations with the incredible people who make up our network. So, let's dive in.
So welcome to the Assist Women's podcast, Assist Amplified, and we're reaching the final episode of season 1. So I'm Ann Stonehouse, co-host and chair and co-founder of Assist Women's Network and a business owner for 25 years. Now, this is exciting. So you may note that I'm on the sofa on my own, and we've got Sharon, my co-host, in the hot seat. How does it feel over there?
It feels a bit strange, Anne, to be honest.
It really does.
Do you feel lonely?
I feel lonely. I feel lonely. It's an absolute pleasure to be interviewing Sharon Sinclair-Williams today, our Assist Goodwill Ambassador 25-26, my co-host for Assist Amplified, and a director of digital gene and Love Yourself First EFT, along many other hats that you do. So Sharon, hot seat there, you are the guest. How does it feel?
It feels a bit strange. I feel like I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not really sure what you're going to ask me, but I guess it's going to go the same way as what we've been asking our other guests. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about you?
Oh, a little bit about me. I've done a lot of things. For the last 20 years, I've been working in the digital space. Primarily, well, for half of that, probably digital marketing and e-commerce. But for the last 8 years, I've been working in my own business, The Digital Gene. I set that up when I was 55 with my eldest son.
And I went to your launch.
You did,
all
yeah.
of them
That seems
years
a long
ago.
time ago. That was a great event, wasn't it?
It
that
really
day?
was.
With my eldest son Declan. He left the business about 3 or 4 years ago now, and we brought in another director, Gary. We're a small company. We just, do our own thing. We've worked on some amazing projects over the 8 years. It's almost 8 years now. And primarily in the last 2 years, we've been teaching businesses and organisations about digital carbon literacy.
Yeah.
The cost of everything that we do online to the environment.
Yeah.
And practically everybody that I meet has no clue about that.
Well, I can remember you talking to me about it for the first time. Was it about 2 years ago? And it was a complete new concept and something I've never thought about. But it's not been a conversation that's been even raised.
I know.
And I'd actually not read about it anywhere
I know.
either.
And I've delivered the workshop that we developed, the carbon literacy course. I've delivered it to some big organisations over the last couple of years. And it literally does blow everybody's mind the more that they learn about it. And they want to start doing things straight away, because they realise very quickly the impact that they're having.
Yeah.
And there are some quick wins in it that everybody can achieve. And we all know how bad aviation is for the environment, but nobody talks about the impact, and especially now with everything that's going on around AI. And I'm also now, I was training over the last year to become an emotional freedom techniques practitioner, therapist. Lots of people know that as tapping, or if they don't, once they chat to me, they do soon find out what that involves. It's a combination of an ancient Chinese medicine, very similar to an ancient Chinese type of medicine, if you like, based around acupuncture. And we use our fingertips instead of needles. And it's combined with a version, if you like, of talking therapy. And it helps people work through their limiting beliefs and phobias and everything that really holds us back in life. And I came to that myself through a period of great grief and change in my own life, and it made a massive impact, if you like, on me. And in true Sharon style, I thought more people need to know about this. So I spent 2025 training to be a therapist, and now I have my own business in that, growing that now. So
brilliant. And you've shared it with quite a few of the networking different sessions as well, haven't you? So quite a few of us have experienced
and
that.
you know, some one-to-one sessions when I was training, and I asked people, you know, would they like to be my guinea pig, and actually blew my mind the transformation that we had.
What's uncovered.
Everything that unfolded from that. So
brilliant.
watch this space. There's more to do on that.
And then, do we mention TEDx?
Of course we mentioned TEDx. Michaela can't get rid of me now, can she?
Are you a judge again this year?
I am, yes, yeah. Really looking forward to it as well. You know, the quality of ideas that come through, and then once they get to that final stage of being judged, then to go through to become the TEDx speaker, it's amazing the things that people come up with. I still feel really like small fry compared to some of the things that people want to share. And, you know, I was involved. When I say I was involved, I went to the very first one at Flock, and that blew my mind as well. I love having my mind blown, as you can get. And I sort of lived on the vibes of that for about a week. We had good fun that day, didn't we?
We did. We bumped into each other, didn't we?
Yeah, we sat together with Helen Stewart as well, and we had a really good day.
Yeah.
And loved it. And, you know, I guess what they want to do, they want people to look at that and say, could that be me? And that was me. I thought, I wonder if I've got a TEDx talk in me.
Yeah, and absolutely.
And I just came up with the idea of like talking about, you know, women, older women, and how they move through life as they go through midlife and later life, and what that's like for us.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. I loved it.
And that was always a bit of your passion over the last 10 years, isn't it? Prior to that.
Yeah.
So you've sort of had a lot of research and substance and conversation.
Well, I started a blog. Basically, it all came around from in 2017. I started a blog, and that was really to document my menopause experience, because there wasn't much out in the media on menopause at that point. It was only just starting to come through. You know, the Davina McCall hadn't started sharing all of her stuff at that point. And so I was really just trying to use it as a way to get in touch with other women who were sort of going through the same things as me, because I felt really alone and nobody was really sharing their experiences. And then when I started writing about how it was affecting me, I had women messaging me and saying, that's me, that sounds like me. And then I had young women messaging me and saying, I'm so glad that you're actually speaking about this, because we know what it's going to be like. And then obviously it become much more full blown in the media, but it was at a time when it wasn't
talked about.
And I won an award for that as well, because you know, people weren't talking about those things back then, and it's not that long ago, really, is it? 2017.
Yeah, absolutely. Was it Best
Before End It, and I still have it. I still write it, but not as much as I used to. But I'm still keen on sharing. I'm still really keen on younger women seeing what it looks like to be an older woman.
Yeah.
Just in life in general, because in my TEDx talk I said, you know, people are always surprised that I love going to Ibiza and I love a messy brunch. And I was like, what? So because I'm a bit older, you know, none of it stops.
Yeah.
None of it stops unless you want it to.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can be as young as you want for as long, all life.
Yeah.
Let's just stick
you can
to
be
that.
visible. You know, we talk about being invisible in midlife, and you can be invisible if you want. You can also be visible.
Yeah.
And as I said at the very beginning of my TEDx talk, you know, can you see me?
Yeah.
And everybody that follows me around, because everybody shouts at me, can you see me?
Yeah,
like this. I'm like, oh, here we go again.
So Sharon, you're our Goodwill Ambassador. 2025-26. You are number 6 Goodwill Ambassador, I believe. Is that right?
It is.
And the podcast, Assist Amplified, is your, what we're calling a legacy project. So should we talk a little bit about you becoming a Goodwill Ambassador, leading into the podcast and the experience of the last year?
I mean, you said to me, didn't you, at the very beginning of the year, the last International Women's Day, it will fly by. And it's like, it's not that I didn't believe you, because we know how fast life goes anyway, don't we? But it really has. It really has, because you do get so embedded into everything that's going on in the network.
Yeah.
And there is just so much going on all the time, and so much to do, and so many lists of everything that we all want to achieve, that it really does fly by.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we're at this stage again where I'm going to be handing that baton to somebody else now.
Yeah. And I think that's it. So when obviously I made that phone call
Oh
to
yeah, that
you,
phone call.
do you want to talk about the nomination first? Should we talk
Yeah,
about, should
I
we go
mean,
back to the beginning?
yeah, we can. I mean, sometimes you get asked, oh, you really need to put yourself in for this. Or sometimes somebody will ring you up or send you an email and, can I nominate you for this? And you're like, no, thanks, it's fine. It's okay. Do it for somebody else. And on this particular occasion, I didn't get asked. It was just something that was a real surprise to me. My good friend Claire Preston, she nominated me, and I was like, oh, okay. And obviously, I've been involved with the network
been
for a
part of
long
the network for a
time,
long
haven't I?
time
So I
anyway.
was like, oh, this sounds like something really good. So then when you get asked to then go a little bit further about why that person's nominated you, and if you did become the ambassador, what would you do with your year, basically? And I thought, go on then, I will give this a try. And so I had my ideas, and then when I did get that phone call, I think I'd parked up somewhere and took the phone call, and I was like, what? I really wasn't ready for it, because I mean, you've put in for it, so somebody's got to get it, haven't they?
Yeah.
But when you do get that call from you, it's like, I've got something to tell you, Sharon. Like, I really was surprised. I really was surprised. It was a wonderful moment, and then letting that sink in. And I can't remember how far away that was from the actual International Women. Was it just a week?
Just a week.
Yeah. So it's really, you're all in a whirl then, preparing, and then when you walk into the, we've spoken on the podcast, haven't we, about that's the highlight of the calendar.
Yeah.
And everything that goes on, and obviously you're used to having a natter with people as soon as you turn up for these events, but I'm like inside bursting thinking, don't talk to me, because I've got this going on in the background.
And it's a big secret, isn't it?
Oh, massive.
So this is International Women's Day, when we hand over the baton, as you say, and we announce one Goodwill Ambassador and our Ulm's gold envelope announces the next.
Yeah.
And there is literally a handful of people in the room, including the Goodwill Ambassador, that knows whose name is in that envelope. And I think I said earlier, I always get asked when I arrive. There's always like a couple of people tapping me.
Spill the beans.
And I'm like, nope. And I'm very aware as well not to give it away on the day. So we don't sort of put you at the front or anything like that either, do we? You're very much.
I remember I went and got a seat, and I was like sat on my own for a while, and I was like thinking, you sort of gearing up for something, like you say, it is a big secret and nobody else knows. And so you're gearing up for it inside, but you're still trying to like go, hi, how are you doing? All of this, but you've got all this inner turmoil. Yeah, it's really exciting.
So should we talk about the process then? So you've been nominated. The judges have selected you for this year, for 25-26 Goodwill Ambassador. Then basically we embed you very much into the management team, don't you? You've sort of
really quickly.
Brought in. We do our first meeting with Meet the Committee, and we talk about where your passion lies. You've obviously sort of scratched the surface a little bit in the lead up to it in your form filling. Although all the committee doesn't, we all don't know that. So we do that. We have that conversation about what you would like to do across the next 12 months that you're in your position.
And I had a couple of ideas, didn't I? I wanted to do something for like neurodivergency in the network. I had a very late diagnosis of ADHD.
You did.
Very late in life. And so I'm really passionate about helping others along who are, similar to me, because we are all different regardless, and sometimes network is really one of those hard things, for somebody who's ADHD, autistic, however you want to frame it. And for so many different reasons, and it's different for everybody, but I was really conscious that, it is a network that is very inclusive. And we want to really try and keep it that way for everything that's coming about. So that was one idea. But what I kept coming back to all the time, and obviously all the board agreed, was there is so much going on. and even for me, somebody that's been close to the network for a very long time, there's even so much stuff that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And you can look on the website, and you can look at the social media, and not everybody sees the social media, do they? We all think everybody's seen the same post, but actually, the way the algorithms work, they don't. But I thought, let's try and find a way that we can solidify all of this and bring it all together. And I thought a podcast would be a great way to just, keep sort of bringing the message home to people. And especially, like as I said, being so close to the network. But there's people who've, never been to a networking event, don't even know anything about Assist.
Anything about us.
And I especially wanted to know more about the history. And, you might have been at an International Women's Day event and you might have seen the latest Goodwill Ambassador, but you then don't know what her passion project is. And then all the work that she's delivered with the team through her year and all the great work everybody's done together. And I just thought there's got to be a way that we can try and, make sure that people know more of this.
Share the story.
Yeah,
share the story.
This episode is sponsored by Claire Preston, an experienced leader, coach and mentor. She supports managers, business founders, and emerging leaders to step into their power at any stage of their career with clarity and confidence. Through coaching, mentoring, consulting, and transformational retreats, Claire creates spaces where people can reset, reflect, and take purposeful action in their careers and in their lives. If you're ready to lead with intention and move forward with confidence, Claire can support you by emailing her at hello@clairepreston.com.
So the podcast has given us the opportunity to, and everybody else, to actually meet the people who were leading the projects or being involved in some way, launched it. But actually hear, their story and their journey, but next steps as well. So we've been able to, it's not just been about sort of me and you and the projects itself and just, but it's been very much a storytelling experience, hasn't it?
And people like stories, don't they? They can relate to them so much more than if you just read something somewhere.
Yeah.
There's something about hearing somebody's voice or watching somebody if people prefer to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's just something about seeing and hearing the person.
Yeah.
And that story unfolding, isn't there?
Yeah. Especially because we never know where these podcasts are going to go.
Don't.
We sort of have a bit of a script, but don't necessarily keep up.
Goes out the window straight away.
we don't necessarily stick to them. So let's look back. We've literally bounced through the 12 months, haven't we? Of the podcast. You decided that you wanted the very first podcast with me being in the hot seat.
I did.
And you interviewing me. So that opened the story of Assist back 16, 17 years ago. We then chose the projects in between. And then this is our final episode. So we've topped and tailed, haven't we?
Yeah.
And but through the year while we've been doing that, me and you and the team have been going through vision meetings and sort of discussing what direction we're going to go in and things like that. So should we talk a little bit about the episodes and how we've gone through it, and you interviewing me? Where do you want to start?
There was a reason why I wanted to start with you. I mean, obviously it makes sense. You're one of the co-founders, but I do believe, when you think over those 16 years, people feel like they know Anne, but they don't know the story and the passion about why you became involved as a co-founder and where you've led it over those 16 years together with all of the volunteers. And it doesn't matter how long you've been involved with the network. We didn't know all this stuff about you. You're very much a behind the scenes person.
Very much.
And we're trying to bring you forward a little bit more.
Look at this.
And we just thought, we need to do more of that, don't we? Yeah. Bring you out, wheel you out, get to know a little bit more about you and what makes you tick, really. And that what the essence really of the network is. So I thought that was a great way to start. And
we did it live.
To do it live.
And we did it live.
I mean, that was a great room full of guests, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And to do that live on that stage at AV Dawson, it just felt like such a great way to kick it off, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we loved it, and we got straight into it.
Yeah. I think, and that's something I was completely am and was out of my comfort zone to do something like that. But
you
I
couldn't
think
tell.
I was just going to say, but I think with us doing the podcasts and EFT, it's it was an experience that I actually a year before I probably wouldn't have even.
Would you have said
done
no?
that. I would have said no. Yeah. So I think there's sort of been a lot of work. Hey, it's about bragging, isn't it? It's that idea of bragging.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
So so I think the whole experience of the dynamic between me and you has been it's definitely supported me and helped me on the way without a doubt.
Oh, and me too.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always got on well, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And we thought, well, this will be a great way to see what, you know, our dynamics are like.
Yeah.
But
it's been good
been
fun.
such great fun, hasn't
It's been good fun. Should we think about so I was episode 1, you were episode 8, so we've got 6 projects and guests in the middle. Should we
trying to think
share
who was first? Who was episode 2?
I think Diane, the Sisterwood, was our number 2.
Yeah, and I mean another great project that people only I feel as if people only know surface level what that's about. And then when the Sisterwood event comes out, the tree planting and the bulb planting comes around in October, then it gets another little bit of resurgence. But the work that Diane and her team are doing behind the scenes with the archives and everything, like, more people need to know about that, because I think what people don't realise is none of this stuff is a one-off. Yeah. It's all ongoing stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
and it's all volunteer-led, and people are doing all of it in amongst their own lives and their own work and careers and businesses. And just really letting people know that's been really important, I think.
Yeah, it's very much I think anything that we do it small steps, softly, but there's always a long-term vision, a purpose.
Yeah.
Isn't there? The purpose in there. Yeah. So I think then we talked about mentoring and Bianca.
We had Bianca, and that's all ongoing. All of this, everybody that starts a passion project, it seems that thread is then interwoven through everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it was really interesting to find out more about, you know, Bianca's passion subject and the work that she's doing out in the world as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got to meet the people as well, didn't we? We got to meet each one of our guests.
Yeah.
Find out about them and then how they then fit into the big machine of Assist. But then so the mentoring, we build on that every year. We're in cohort 3 now. So each year that
just gets stronger and stronger. Really,
we look for our mentors, we look for our mentees. It's a 10-month program, an academic year, and then we build on that. We take our feedback and we build on that. So we're already talking about year 4 on the mentoring as well. And obviously there's lots of people benefited, both as mentors and mentees. Both.
Yeah, it works.
Both roles are very self-satisfying and successful. So then Helena, Widening Horizons. Yeah.
Great to get to know Helena as well.
Yeah.
All of these people and all of these, projects that they've been so passionate about. Just digging deeper into that and seeing where it's taken them since they were the ambassador as well.
Yeah.
So it's been a real privilege to get to know the other ambassadors.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the Helena was very adamant she wanted to work on the next generation. So that continues with Leslie Curry. Helena's still involved. Leslie Curry leads it. So we go into schools and
there really is so much giving back. You don't realise, do you? Yeah. You don't realise to the extent of how much giving back there really is that's going on.
Yeah. It's built on goodwill, isn't it? The whole network's built on goodwill and care, I think, for our community and our region.
Yeah, and for one another. Yeah. Like how everybody relates and interacts with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So what else have we got left to seat at the table?
Yeah, Lisa, finding out more about that with Lisa. She's so passionate about that.
Yeah. Yep. So that's been an 18-month project. That's still ongoing, and that will continue again for another couple of years. And Lisa's got quite a big team running that. So our purpose of that is to get our women a seat at the table right across the region, in boardrooms. And
and I've been to a couple of those events, and it's fascinating to see the types of leaders that get involved with them, because some of them didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great way to bring business through as well, isn't it?
Very much.
And some of the panels, I'll in particular, because of the work that I do, loved Helen Stewart on the panel about the creative and digital industries. And that was really good insights into what people are looking for.
And one of the key things with the seat at the table is we've brought male allies in. So the panels have actually been both women and male allies with male leaders.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Because, from a legacy perspective, we're called Assist Women's Network, but
we're not women.
I mean, we've said, really, haven't we? We've discussed this a few times about how women network differently. So that aspect of it is different, but we really want to bring more men into it, don't we?
Yeah.
And that really does it with that.
Yeah, and that's one of the focus in 2025, 2026 is male allies for a seat at the table. Don't know what that's going to look like yet.
I'm sure that will unfold.
That's a conversation.
Is that something on a shelf?
It's it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming off the shelf.
For anybody who doesn't know, Anne has a shelf, and it's where all of her ideas sit.
Even when I talk about it,
it's like visualizing that shelf, and it's like, that's in there and that's in there. Oh, and I'll just pop that idea on the shelf.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all there, isn't it?
Absolutely. And they're definitely not. They are a collective of ideas as well. So that might sit on the shelf, and then we'll be talking to somebody else. I'm like, oh, that's really good. Just to pop in,
slot that in there.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So we'll keep that. We'll take that. Thank you. So I think women of experience we have touched. Julie.
Yeah, I mean, Julie handed the baton over to me, didn't she?
Yeah.
And that was lovely of her to do, and that very much aligns with the stuff that I'm interested in as well. So yeah, she's been doing some great work, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Over the last year or so with that.
Yeah. And then we've got networking. We've interviewed our very own Helen, who's part of our management team, and we drilled down on what networking.
Because that's the essence of it. That's where it all started, isn't it? And everything else came from that. But yeah, she had some really good insights into, what the networking part of it really involves. And that's, I guess that's the core of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, everything. Even when we're picking one of these, a seat at the table, one of these projects, even the mentoring, there's networking opportunities for mentors and mentees as well, and all. So yeah, it's creating that space.
It's the bedrock of everything, isn't it? Yeah.
Bringing people together.
No, so it's been good fun.
Yeah,
fun, it has. Interviewing everybody.
Yeah, great idea. It's been very interesting. So, what's your podcast highlight?
Oh, there are so many. I mean, I loved the live event. I think if we could do every podcast episode like that, I think how amazing that would be.
It was a bit of it was a very different vibe, wasn't it?
It is really different, but loved it. Again, love just sitting like this and chatting. You can't beat having a chat, can you?
No.
But I think the highlight for me was that when that penny dropped for us both. Did we say it in person or was it over a phone call?
No, we were in the car.
We were sat in the car. Oh, that's it. We both sat and we were like, we're podcasters. And we put that on my LinkedIn CV now.
Yeah.
And I've actually got it everywhere. I've put it in my email footers.
Perfect.
Co-host of this, listen here and watch here. Yeah, it's in everything. Because actually
it's another hat that you've
something else that you can say.
Yeah. So some short, sharp, quick fire questions.
Okay.
So
it's very different when it's me being asked.
I know. So as Goodwill Ambassador, we planted a tree for you in 2025 at the Sisterwood, and our Goodwill Ambassadors get to choose their trees. Do you want to share your tree species and why?
Yeah, and obviously you've got to choose a species that's native to the UK, haven't you?
Yeah.
because
native to the park,
sits in Stuart's
the
Park.
woodland.
And so I chose a rowan tree. And there were so many reasons why I chose that. One, because my house is called Rowan Lee. And, it was called that. It's over 100 years old, our house. So it was called that long before we became custodians of it. And a rowan tree is symbolic throughout history and community. For that very reason, it's about community and looking after a house and women and everything. And I thought, there's so much around that tree that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
So we planted a rowan tree, didn't we?
Planted a rowan tree.
Yeah. And your family were there?
Oh, my mum.
We were networking.
My mum and my husband, and we brought Barney Boo, didn't we? Our dog, our cockapoo. And that was really interesting because I just think they have no clue what I do day to day in anything.
Yeah.
You always try to explain to your family, don't you? If you've got a job that's a bit maybe different to like, a standard type job, and they always think, if you said to them, tell somebody what I do, they can't basically. Yeah. And so it was really interesting watching them interact with people, and for people to be talking about me to them and saying the stuff that I've done.
Yeah.
And they were really proud. It was lovely.
I'm sure. Yeah. And it was that day, it was very much about recognition of all the things you've done up to now, and you will continue to do. And the tree is there, planted. It will continue to grow with all of our other.
Lovely to go for walks there with Barney, and see it, and it's a really surreal thing, like somebody's planted a tree on your behalf.
Yeah.
And the story again behind that, because the reason why that came about was because, there are no statues of women. And so you and everybody else, Diane, and all of the team are like, well, so what can we do to make a difference, to change that? And so that ongoing work that's behind that, and not only how important that is, but such a gorgeous place it is that the park of the council have donated.
The council have allowed us to take that corner. Yeah,
we were so lucky with the weather. The photographs. It was a sunny October day, wasn't it?
It dawned on me when we were talking about the Sisterwood earlier. It's actually never rained in the 6 years.
Has it not?
No. And we've planted a tree. Every year we've had a really nice day.
And we have a lot of rain,
and it's October, isn't it? It's October.
It's when you expect it to be.
October that we do it. So we've been lucky every time. So Sharon, how do people get involved, become volunteers, collaborators perhaps? Anybody who wants to find out about Assist.
Obviously there's the traditional ways that you can find out about it. We've touched on with our other guests, the social media posts, the website, going on Eventbrite and just searching, the local networking in your area. There are so many ways, but I think if you know somebody who comes to an Assist event, just come with them. There's no better way than just to come along and experience it for yourself.
Or if you think that somebody would benefit, bring a friend. Be that friend to bring along.
I brought a couple of friends to the event, so that's a great way to do it. And once you have been, you want to come again because it's just so friendly and helpful. But if you want to volunteer, that's easy. Again, just show up at the event, and if anybody dares to look in your direction, Anne, then they will be brought on to volunteer, won't they? So my top tip is, if you don't want to volunteer, don't look at Anne.
Stay out of my
Don't engage. Stay out of her periphery vision, because if she spots you, that's it. But no, seriously, just have a conversation with any of the volunteers that are at any of the events. We can always find room for more volunteers, can't we?
Oh, absolutely. And I actually didn't attend an event last week, but we got a volunteer recruited.
Fabulous.
Because all of the team are very much on that mindset. If you've got a skill set and you've got time and you want to come in.
Well, I can remember Liz Atkins saying to me, it's something like, how can I get involved then straight away? And now she's running the book club, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's, if you've got if you've got an idea of something that we're not already doing, just share it.
Share it. And I think as well, there's lots of people that volunteer for reasons that they want to develop skills, or they want to find their tribe and network to find and surround themselves with positive people. So there's different reasons, isn't
And
there?
it really does bring you confidence on the more that you do it. We've talked about this before, haven't we? When sometimes people will bring a guest with them, and it's a younger woman, somebody just starting out in their career, and you can tell initially they feel a bit nervous because maybe it's their first networking event, or they're very early on in going out networking, and you can see the change in them, even sometimes as early as the end of the very first event.
Yeah.
But definitely when they start coming to more, you see them getting more and more confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That leads us really nicely into the next question, which is, what is your networking top tip, Sharon?
My networking top tip is to try as many as you can. We've had some great tips, haven't we, over the season, and all of them have been really valid and useful. And I particularly liked one that was, start a conversation with somebody. Everybody's really feeling the same when they walk into a room full of potentially new people. But for me, it would be try out as many as you can.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time, and there are lots that I no longer go to because it just doesn't feel right for me. But Assist has always been one that I've really enjoyed going to.
Yeah.
Because everyone is really so helpful. And I say this all the time, and I go, well, if you don't believe me, just come to one, and you'll find out for yourself.
Try it out. Right, so I'm now taking on your question.
Go on, then.
Because you were sat over there.
Yeah.
So we've already talked about this a little bit at the beginning, but we've asked every one of our guests, and we've had a mix of responses, haven't we?
Yeah.
How do you feel about bragging about yourself?
Yeah, and it's been really interesting. I think it's that word bragging, isn't it? Everybody has said that they don't. Even the people have said that they're happy to do it. It's been the word bragging that they've potentially had some issue with. So maybe we have to choose a different word.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what I will say is I'm more than happy to these days. And I don't know whether that's just something about getting older. I really don't know what it is. Once over, I would never. I mean, once over, I wouldn't have done half of the things that I do. Most people don't have any clue that I'm really a shy person.
Yeah.
But it's how you show up, isn't it, of things? Much. And I don't know whether it is an age thing, but I'm really comfortable. I was telling you this little story earlier about, all of the training that I did for my EFT therapy practitioner exams last year. It was over 100+ hours of exams, mentoring, coaching, writing up case studies, actually having, one-to-one sessions with people as a student. It was over 100 hours, and I did that all alongside still working in the digital gene, still being Goodwill Ambassador for the network, still doing so many other things. But because I was really passionate about it and I wanted to cram it all into the year, and I literally just woke up one morning last week and I thought, I was having a bit of wobble over something because it's another new business, and it's in its infancy, and I was having a bit of a wobble, and I thought, no, give yourself a pat on the back. So I took to Instagram and I wrote a little story, a little Instagram story, and I said, haven't realised, just how much I achieved. And whatever I said, I can't remember exactly, but at the end of it, I wrote this sentence and I said, today I'm celebrating me.
Good.
And I got some great messages, and people was like, we should do more of this.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I've never done that. So whether that's bragging,
it is absolutely.
As I say, I think it's just the word, but I think we do as women need to step up more and really shout out about it. We're great at doing other people, doing it for other people, aren't we?
Yeah, very much so.
But so I'm pretty comfortable these days.
That's good. So I think over the 8 episodes, you've evened it out a little bit there, but I think there's still a bit less of us.
Yeah, I think it's about a 70-30, isn't it? So we've got to do something about that, Anne. Is that going on the shelf?
Yes, we're going to pull that off the shelf. Yeah, our brag file. And actually, it's Claire Preston who knows about that.
She does. I remember you telling me that as well.
So, Sharon?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the end of our our 8 episodes. Do me.
How's it come round so quickly?
I know. Gosh, I feel a little bit emotional now.
Oh, you got emotional on yours, didn't you? Do you remember?
Yeah.
You're emotional at the end of her, and now we're coming to the end of
It
this.
is coming to an end, even though when we started and we knew it was the last one.
Yeah.
Actually, now we're here. It's like,
That's
wow.
it now.
Wow, that's it.
That's the year over.
So thank you. Thank you for being my co-host. Thank you for being my guest today. It's been great fun. We have had a lot of fun, haven't we?
I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share the idea that I had, and like I'm so passionate about the network and everything that it stands for, and I can't reiterate to the listeners how much does go on with all the volunteers.
Yeah,
it is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of a network that's volunteer led, I just don't think we really understand how much of a wheel it is.
Underneath,
and how everybody contributes in
and it's constant,
so many ways, and it never stops. You started something, didn't you?
Constant conversation it is. So yes.
Yeah. Does anybody want a season 2?
Should we ask? Yes. Please let us know if you want a season 2
in the comments.
Yeah, we have one big request, don't we? If you've listened to it, and we know you've liked it, we would love you to share it with at least 2 other people, and we're going to go all out and say please share it with 5, because we really want to go global, don't we?
Well, we do. We want to knock that what's he called, the CEO podcast?
Steve.
What is it? Yeah,
Steve
we want to knock Stephen off his perch, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
We think we can do that,
and we want to interview more wonderful women, remarkable women, don't we? We want to continue these conversations.
Yeah, because they're out there. Yeah, this literally is, I know it's a well-used adage, but this really is the tip of the iceberg, starting with the ambassadors, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We're just scratching the surface, and we want to continue sharing all our assist nuggets, our little stories, our storytelling, our tips,
our top tips,
and
maybe we might share our bloopers. We do a bloopers episode.
I think
we've got quite a lot of bloopers.
Yeah, we'll pull Katie in for that.
Yeah.
So that nicely
into what we want
to wrapping it up. So thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
And we've got a big thank you to say to Colwood Digital. A huge thank you to Katie Gettins, who has donated time, kit, expertise, skills, all of the editing time afterwards, with our bloopers.
Yeah, with all of our bloopers. She's managed to circumnavigate the bloopers, but I mean, she made it so easy for us.
And I think that's the key thing. Like, I'm completely out of my comfort zone, and I think Katie's got a lot to answer for.
All we've had to do is just turn up and chat. She's done all the hard, techie, difficult stuff behind
I'd love to bring her in, but she doesn't want to, does she?
Yeah, we wanted to bring her in. She's actually sat over there now, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's avoiding it. So
she's a force to be reckoned with. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Colwood Digital. Sharon, that's it. It's been
an
absolute blast. Shall we
have a hug? Oh,
Thank you. It's been good.
Thank you.
It's been great fun.
Thank you. Today's episode was proudly sponsored by Claire Preston. If you're curious about coaching, mentoring, growth, or upcoming programs and retreats, contact her by emailing hello@clairepreston.com to find out more, or find her on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for listening to Assist Amplified, the legacy project of our Goodwill Ambassador, Sharon Sinclair-Williams. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe, share, and join in the discussion, because when we amplify one voice, we amplify them all, and change really happens.